I don't know how people of God is waiting for this generation, people of God. This generation, people of God. A generation who is going to refuse to believe, to die. Well, I want to read on one more verse. I think this is the one of the last powerful verse, which I will say to you. Let's turn to Acts chapter 19, verse 20. Chapter 3, verse 19 to 20. I think this is one of the best powerful verse. After that, I think you won't ask me more questions. Acts chapter 3, verse 19 to 20. I'll read it for you. It says, repent therefore and be converted, that the sins may be blotted out, where times of refreshing may come to you from the presence of God. Then there's a verse in the beginning. And that he may send Jesus Christ, who was preached to you before. The word of God says that. And that God may send Jesus Christ, who was preached to you before, whom heaven must receive until the restoration of all things. I will stop over here only and I want to say something. The word of God says that he may send Jesus Christ, who was preached to you before, whom heaven must receive until the restoration of everything. What do I mean by restoration of everything? There, when the word of God says restoration of everything, it means has to be restoration of everything. What do you mean by restoration of everything? Restoration of health, restoration of wealth, restoration of death. Because Adam died, so it has to be restored. Adam lost his wealth, it has to be restored. Adam lost his health, it has to be restored. But of course, it's very clear. It has to be restored. Then only Jesus can come. Jesus cannot come if there is no generation who refuses to accept that. Who refuses to die. Who refuses to die. Jesus is waiting for a generation who refuses to die. And we are the generation. Because the Zoe life of God is inside you. He says very clearly. And he may send Jesus Christ to you. Okay, let me make you a figure of speech. I think I have gone much bigger. Let me make it more clear. Jesus, if Jesus comes back, tomorrow Jesus comes back, you won't die. Are you getting my point? If tomorrow Jesus comes back, if Jesus comes back at this point, will you die? You won't die. Am I right or I'm thinking very clear? After 1 hour Jesus comes, none of you will die. You know why? It's very clear. You will get raptured. You won't die. Exactly. I think it's very clear. But the moment if after 5 days Jesus comes, you might be thinking, okay, we'll die. You might be thinking. But that's not all true. If Jesus comes after 5 days, you'll not die. Very clear. You'll not die. So, but how can Jesus come? This is what the word of God says. How can Jesus come? Jesus will never come when this generation is there. If this generation is raising up, who refuses to die, who refuses to believe that we are going to die, then only Jesus can come. I believe now is the time for Jesus to come because we are a generation who is going to refuse that we are going to die. We are going to live with this generation because God wants to live with us. Because Jesus wants to come for us. Because He wants to live with us on this earth. He wants to come for us on this earth back. When Jesus wants to come for us on His back, He wants us to believe the generation that we are not going to die. Why I'm saying we are not going to die? Many people, how are they people? Many church organizations, they say that if you are a pastor, if you are a pastor, if you are a leader, they always say, if there's a problem comes into church, they say, if somebody dies inside a church, what will you do? Do you know how to conduct funeral services? They ask this question. But you know what is the word of God says? Word of God says go and raise the dead. It never says go and conduct funeral services. I never see till today in any verses that we have to conduct funeral death. Anybody's funeral. I've never seen in Bible that we have to conduct any funerals. And I never saw it. Maybe you might be saying, I never saw in the Bible that God ever said conduct funeral services. But today the organizations are made so much powerful that we need to conduct funeral services, we need to know how to conduct, we need to know what prayer to say, we need to know what prayer not to say. But what the word of God says? Word of God, we need to go and raise the dead. God is waiting for the generation, people of God. God is not waiting for generation who is saying, let's conduct funeral services. Let's conduct funeral services. In the wilderness also, when people came to the wilderness, they said, God, you have called us to die over here. They said, God, you called us that we should die over here. And all the people died over there. Because they always said, God, you called us to die over here. I don't know how did God connect. And it says that at least 40,000 people died. I don't know more than that. I don't know how did God conduct funeral services in one day. I don't know how to conduct 40 funeral services. If you conduct one funeral services, एक को गाल दिया बहुत हो गया 40,000 people died when we I don't know how to conduct funeral services but God is not focused upon that. God wants to focus upon how to raise the 40,000 people. God wants to say that let dry bones live, let dry bones come to flesh and let dry bones come up. This is what God wants. God wants to raise up their generation, people of God. Then only He says that then only Jesus can come back. If this generation is not raised, God of course is very clear. Then He may send years to you until the restoration of everything. If everything is restored, even in Bible, if that generation which was spoken in Psalms, if that generation was spoken in Psalms, that the generation who is refusing to die, if that generation is raised up, I will send Jesus to you. I will send you. Then the rapture will come. Then Jesus will come upon His earth. Otherwise, it's very tough for Jesus to come back. It's very Jesus tough to come back. And if you are a generation who refuses to die, Jesus will come back and you will not die. It's very clear you will not die. Jesus come back. You go to heaven with Him. You will not, because you are a generation. Because the abundant life of God is flowing inside you. The joy life of God is flowing inside you. I think this is one of Sridhar's message till today which I have given that you are not going to die. But I want you to believe people. I want you to only get one step higher, people. You always feel whenever you have sick, you always feel like let's not have a sickness. I want to say this to people. Even for that, I want you to do Satan. The word of God says that the Satan had the power of death. But in the book of Revelation it says Jesus has the power of death. What does it mean Jesus has the power of death? Not to kill you. In what they say the devil had the power. He had the power, he could kill. But now the power is taken away from him. And Jesus has the power of death, but it's upon you. What you speak, it comes to pass. I want you to believe to the people of God, you're not going to die. You know why there are problems of suicide? Because the church is very silent. Church is not telling people that they are going to live longer. That's why there are suicides. Because the church of God is very silent. Now I want to tell one thing. Church is not an organization, people. Church is an organism. What do you mean by church is an organism? Organism always lives. Organism always lives. Church organization does not live, but organism always lives.